For that. Now look at this. This is so cool. Wow, it's beautiful. I've never been to Antelope Canyon. I had to have Allison explain to me just a moment ago where it is. And some good news. This hiking area in northern Arizona, it's really popular and it's reopened for tours. So if you have not been there, the Navajo Nation is allowing visitors back to Antelope Canyon. It's been closed for 486 days. My gosh.
I was lucky to be there over the weekend, you guys. So check it out if you're ever in the area. And I also got to go to the Wave, which was really cool. I have some more pictures from that trip as well. And I think that Kelly is really going to like these pictures.
I do love looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
I get my adventures through Allison and Max. You guys do it all, and I think it's fantastic.
Oh, no. No. Really?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Allison.
I went there. It was amazing.
Oh.
Congratulations. Oh, my gosh.
So,
Allison, that is so exciting.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
I'm so thrilled. I feel so lucky that I've met him, and we got to explore this gorgeous state together, and we hiked, and I came home with my own rock. So.
Oh my gosh, Allison, congratulations.
Thank you.
And to your future husband.
I know, my fiance, now I can say it. I was trying to keep it a secret. I wanted to surprise you guys.
How do you feel about a vaccinated hug?
Oh, yes,
that
I'm
okay?
vaccinated too.
I know, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic.
Congratulations.
I have been telling Allison for weeks now, like, maybe this weekend. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. And
Oh, thank you guys.
oh my gosh. Okay, really quickly, any wedding date yet?
Oh, no, we don't have. Some
Okay.
lady, like 5 minutes after he asked me, this lady on the hike was, so when's the date? We were like, oh, it just happened. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you got us. Oh,
That's
was
really neat.
Thanks, guys.
Fantastic.
Happy to share it with you.
Oh, stick around. Live at 5 is next. We have more to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone sees you when you're on two wheels, so stay alert and always keep your eyes on the path ahead. If you've been hurt by the carelessness of others, choose the law firm that will go the distance to get you the settlement you deserve. Craig Swap and Associates, one call, that's all.
That's good advice.
You're not really ready until you're safe. Summer safely and drive sober.
Today's local news should be more than just headlines. Stories with impact and value. Find them on Fox 13 News. Brought to you in part by the Chevy Weight Champion of the world, Riverton Chevrolet.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meat.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Oh my, with Chase Freedom Unlimited, I earn all this cash back? Oh, I gotta tell everyone. Hey Rita, you can earn 3% on dining, including takeout.
Bon appetit.
Hey Kim, you earn 5% on travel purchase through Chase.
Way ahead of you.
Hey Neil, you can earn 3% at drugstores.
Buddy, I'm right here. Why are you yelling?
Because that's what I do. You're always earning with 5% cash back on travel purchased through Chase. 3% at drugstores, 3% on dining, including takeout, and 1.5% on everything else you buy. Chase, make more of what's yours.
And considering that slight downward trend, we may be...
oh boy.
We might be smart to actually consider a slight pivot. Any questions? Oh.
A home office chair is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
Now's a great time to get a dream deal on a certified pre-owned Honda from your Utah Honda dealers. With available 0.99% financing on select certified pre-owned Hondas. Honda Certified, the best pre-owned value in America. And you can shop them all at one place, UtahHondaDealers.com.
Staying safe on the road is our top priority, but if you've been injured in a wreck, let our experienced attorneys guide you through your injury case and get you every dollar you deserve. Craig Swap and Associates, one call, that's all.
Thanks, Craig. That's good advice.
Now at 5, we're keeping an eye on flash flooding in parts of southern Utah right now. Take a look at that. The First Alert Weather Team has you covered to keep you and your family safe.
Because of water and the ongoing drought, one of the state's largest water districts is proposing a tax hike.
Our biggest goal is to just get the word out about things that save lives.
A warning and a call for action today as a teen boy's body is pulled from Pineview Reservoir. What leaders in Weber County want done to prevent another tragedy on the water.
And it is an unbreakable bond between a South Jordan boy and the trooper who saved his life. We'll show you the friendship that's positively Utah.
Live from Utah's news leader, Fox 13's Live at 5 starts right now.
Our top story this afternoon is the weather and ongoing flash flooding happening in southern Utah right now. At this point, Cedar City Police tell Fox 13 that no roads have been closed and no damage has been reported yet from these floods. This is video from one of them.
Amazing to hear when you look at that.
Yeah, and this looks like it's a residential neighborhood.
Yeah, certainly.
We are, of course, keeping a very close eye on the active weather in southern Utah.
Okay, so we're going to send it over to meteorologist Allison Krogan. Allison, the First Alert Weather Center. Yeah, some serious concerns down there, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Tracking a lot of storms. So we're tracking some flash flood warnings. We'll go ahead and start with that for the East Fork of the Virgin River through Zion National Park until 6:15, highlighted in red right there. Further northwest into rural Iron County, this is a flash flood warning until 6 p.m. And then over towards Cedar City and Enoch, this is a pretty big concern. That's the video that you just saw in the Cedar City area. We're seeing urban and small stream flooding here. So this advisory goes until 5:45. Just a reminder, never drive or walk through flooded roads or washes. So we're continuing with some storms even up through Fillmore and then here along the Wasatch Front. Brand new, just issued a special weather statement until 5:30. This does include portions of Salt Lake County as a line of thunderstorms are moving through right now. That southern interchange up towards Magna, towards the airport. This will be up towards Antelope Island through about 5:30. We're seeing some wind gusts about 40 miles per hour with these storms and also some brief heavy rainfall and lightning. Let's talk more about what we can expect for the flash flooding concerns for the rest of today and into tomorrow coming up in the full forecast.
Don't take chances.
Thanks, Allison. And this afternoon, Weber County Search and Rescue is encouraging everyone to wear a life vest after they recovered the body of a 16-year-old who drowned in Pineview Reservoir last night. The teen was attempting to swim across the reservoir with friends when he went under and didn't resurface.
Fox 13 Sydney Glenn has been following the story since last night and has more from the reservoir.
A tragic day here as family members were holding each other tight as they got the news that search and rescue crews recovered the body of a 16-year-old who drowned here. It's just continuing a very troubling trend of deadly drownings out here on the water this summer. The water can be deceitful.
Don't take chances.
4 people have died in Pineview Reservoir just this summer.
The second one was shocking, tragic. The third one, it was when we started to get together.
Weber Fire District Deputy Fire Chief David Reed says something has to be done.
We have been trying to put into place an education system, and now they're talking about doing a life vest system.
Reed says county, city, and even federal partners are looking for ideas so we don't see any more days like this.
This will probably speed things up even faster because this is tragic.
A spokesperson for the Utah Drowning Prevention Coalition says getting people to wear life vests is one of their main goals.
I think a lot of it is people have this stigma that once they're an adult, they don't need a life jacket anymore. So just getting rid of that and educating that life jackets save lives no matter how old you are.
Mikkel Christensen says the people who are drowning this year aren't who they usually expect.
Right now we're seeing a lot of who wouldn't be considered a vulnerable population. Adult men is kind of who we're seeing this summer.
People have to start understanding this water can be dangerous.
You've got to plan ahead. When you're swimming in water, when you go past your knees, have a life vest on. It's just not worth it. If you're going to swim without a life vest for any distance, have that rowboat or canoe with you and have a couple of vests in there.
The Utah Department of Health reports more than half of all deadly drownings in Utah happen in June, July, and August. This marks the 4th deadly drowning here at Pineview Reservoir just this summer alone. Before that, there hadn't been a deadly drowning here since 2017. In Huntsville, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Utah Lake already has a life jacket program in place. The Utah Lake Life Jacket Loaner program provides free use of life jackets on a first-come, first-served basis. If you'd like more information, we have a link to that program on fox13now.com. The Utah Drowning Prevention Coalition reports 47 people died by drowning last year in Utah. In 2019, 32 people drowned. It was 35 in 2018 and 23 in 2017. Only about 30% of people who die by drowning in Utah are children. 70% of drowning victims are male.
Harriman City is not increasing your taxes, but the Jordan Valley Water District is.
One of Utah's biggest water districts is proposing nearly $200 million in property tax increases across 15 cities.
It's because our state is booming and grappling with a drought emergency. Fox 13's Ben Winslow is in Harriman with more.
The Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District is proposing the property tax increase to prepare for growth and stretch what water we have a little further.
Over the next 40 years, we expect the population in our service area to increase by over 50%.
To keep up with the Wasatch Front's staggering growth, the Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District is proposing a property tax hike. The $180 million in bonds will pay for an expanded water treatment plant in Harriman, more pump stations, and other infrastructure improvements in other cities.
The property tax that is proposed adds about another $8 per year for a total of around $94 per year.
The district serves some major cities in Salt Lake County. In fact, it's one of the state's largest water districts. But water is still a finite supply. Packard says the tax hike they're proposing will help with planning for growth and stretching resources.
We'll probably need to have some increases in our water rates over the next few years to also support paying those bonds back.
City councils are starting to hold hearings to inform residents about the proposed tax hike.
The hard thing is it takes a drought for anybody to really pay much attention to water.
Harriman City Council member Sherry Orn says it's critical infrastructure.
We are doing a really good job of growing houses in this state, but we're not producing any more water because we can't.
But she's calling for more conservation because water will be in demand.
I'm telling you that the infrastructure that should get the most focus and gets the least is water. Because you all would rather turn on your tap or flush your toilets.
The good news is there are signs people are starting to conserve more water as Utah's drought emergency continues.
Supplies are enough so that we don't have any mandatory restrictions, but we're anxious for people to use water efficiently so that we can carry over or store that water for next year to keep from being in a more drastic and emergency situation next year.
Now, city councils here in the Salt Lake Valley are holding hearings on the proposed property tax increase. When that's done, the Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District's Board of Trustees will hold its own public hearing, then vote on whether to raise taxes. In Harriman, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Meantime, Magna is imposing water restrictions as Utah's drought emergency continues. The city's water district is telling residents to stop watering during the day. They're also urging residents to water only on certain days to preserve the supply they currently have.
You know the popular pond with all the duck and geese at Sugar House Park? It's being drained roughly 3 to 4 months earlier than it normally would because of the drought. Parley's Creek feeds the pond and it is now dry. Public utility authorities are not going to let any more water out of the dams up Parley's Canyon for conservation reasons. That is causing accelerated pond evaporation that leads to an increased risk of avian botulism that can kill the birds. Parks and rec crews say it's the right thing to do for the ducks and geese.
Birds are mobile, they'll move on to another water source, but as the water levels go down and the concentration of birds stays there, it just creates an environment for disease, and that's not something we want to see here. We want people to understand why we're doing it. We understand it's a feature of the park that people love and we love, and it's just an unfortunate series of events that have brought us here this year.
Crews posted signs in English and Spanish throughout the park explaining what is going to be done and why.
Still to come, a gymnast with the University of Utah at the Olympics in Tokyo has tested positive for COVID-19. The message her team has for her as she continues to recover.
Plus, it is not how most friendships begin. We'll introduce you to a South Jordan boy and the state trooper who saved his life in the nick of time.
Coming up, learn why one Utah lawmaker is renewing his call for a gun safety education class in Utah high schools.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Yee, classic beef and cheddar hard. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Meet the Green Team from Same Day, a group of professionals dedicated to handling all your home's heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. So next time you have a problem in your home, call Same Day Heating and Air, Plumbing and Electric, the people who can in the big green van.
We went to the ends of the earth to build the Kia Niro EV because we share your belief that the earth is worth the effort. Get 0% APR for up to 66 months on the purchase of a new 2021 Niro EV.
At Smith's, we go over and above to make sure we have the freshest stuff in our stores. That's why we get secret shoppers to do pop inspections.
Secret Asian man, secret Asian man.
We make sure Smith's produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. And you can count on a Kia to take you there. Ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power. Get 0% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Sportage.
Utah Utes gymnast Kara Eaker is now in isolation after testing positive for COVID-19. She's an alternate on the United States women's gymnastics team. She's at the Olympic training camp right now in Tokyo, Japan. Now, her coach says she had been vaccinated against COVID 2 months ago. Eaker and fellow alternate Leanne Wong have been both placed in isolation. The positive test is just the latest in a growing trend of daily reports of athletes and others testing positive at the Olympics. A Utes gymnastics head coach, Tom Farden, released this statement on social media saying in part, quote, "We are devastated and heartbroken for Kara as she has worked extremely hard to become part of the Team USA in Tokyo. We will support her in any capacity she may need with the many resources we have here at Utah."
Investigators are looking into what happened leading up to a deadly crash in Murray. It happened near 53rd South just before 4 o'clock this morning. The Highway Patrol says a red car that was driving south on I-15 veered off to the right. It hit the barrier on the right side of the freeway before bouncing back across and hitting the left barrier. The team driver was the only person in the car. He died at the scene. No other cars were involved in the crash. More than 40 Utah firefighters are now in Oregon to help battle a wildfire and provide some much-needed relief.
Well, the crews got the call over the weekend to pack up their stuff and head northwest. There are about a dozen fires burning across Oregon right now, including the Bootleg Fire. That's the largest wildfire in the U.S., and it's burning in the Fremont-Winema National Forest near the California border.
Utah Senator Mitt Romney says he's praying for the safety of the Utahns as they lend a helping hand to a nearby state in need. At last check, the firefighters from Utah are still waiting for their specific assignments.
President Biden is making the case for more spending, saying the economy needs more help. Still to come, what both sides of the aisles are saying as stocks take a nosedive this Monday.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
A Ford built for you, by you. Get yours, built from the ground up with your choice of colors, wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want a head-up display in Escape, 5 GOAT modes in Bronco Sport, or best-in-class gas torque in a Ranger? You've got it. And now an extra $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
I'm Matt Oviatt with 1-800-SELL-NOW.com, and I want to buy your house. Wouldn't it be helpful to pay some bills or other obligations before you sell your house? 1-800-SELL-NOW.com can give you an advance of up to $10,000 prior to closing. 1-800-SELL-NOW.com makes it easy to sell your house with no fees, no commissions, no banks, and no repairs. Just go to 1-800-SELL-NOW.com for a free, no obligation cash offer 24 hours a day. That's 1-800-SELL-NOW.com.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
In national news, it was another weekend of gun violence from coast to coast.
There were dozens of shootings happening over the weekend. One of them killing a 6-year-old girl, another sending baseball players and fans scrambling for cover.
Daryl Forges breaks it down.
In Washington, D.C., a community coming together for answers after 6-year-old Nia Courtney was killed in a drive-by shooting Friday night.
I pray that another child don't suffer in the way my granddaughter had to suffer. I want justice for my granddaughter.
Just a few miles away from the scene of Nia's death.
The action is outside of the stadium.
3 people were injured in a separate shooting outside of Nationals Park Saturday night. The sound of gunshots sent players and fans scrambling for cover.
We thought it was fireworks at first, and then as you saw more and more people running, and then we heard more shots, that's when we realized it was real.
The shootings in D.C. are just some of several shootings we've seen across the country. In Tucson, Arizona, at least 2 people are dead and several injured after a shooting Sunday afternoon. Among the injured, an EMT worker who was shot in the head.
This is both a highly tragic, really horrific incident.
In Philadelphia, more than 30 people were shot over the weekend, including a 1-year-old boy. In Chicago, police incident reports show at least 56 people were shot in 44 separate shootings, including an 8-year-old injured in a drive-by shooting.
We're seeing more and more drive-by shootings than we've seen in the past. Here in Chicago and all across the country, you see more and more every weekend, every day.
I'm Daryl Forges reporting.
In Washington, D.C., the bipartisan infrastructure deal is on life support. A key Senate procedural vote looms this week on the more than $1 trillion bill.
The vote is a stress test to determine whether both sides of the political aisle can work together to finalize a deal.
Yeah, Isabel Rosales has more from our nation's capital.
President Joe Biden touting America's economic recovery as it digs out of a pandemic-driven paralysis.
More than 3 million new jobs all told. That's the fastest growth, I'm told, at this point in any administration's history.
The U.S. is projected to hit growth rates not seen in decades.
6 months in, here's where we stand. Record growth, record job creation. Workers getting hard-earned breaks.
A high-stakes legislative deadline looms Wednesday.
We should be united in one thing: passage of the bipartisan infrastructure framework, which we shook hands on.
The procedural vote aims to pressure negotiators to finalize a deal on infrastructure. Nationwide, there's growing concerns about inflation and how to pay for the massive bill. Lead GOP negotiators argue the bill is not ready for the Wednesday vote.
How can I vote for cloture when the bill isn't written? Unless you want program failure, unless Senator Schumer doesn't want this to happen, you need a little bit more time to get it right.
Well, we're still working on it. It's more important to get it right than to meet an arbitrary deadline, and we are still negotiating.
Inflation is at its highest point in 13 years. Biden insists his proposals are designed to increase the economy's productivity and would lead to lower prices over time.
I want to be clear. My administration understands that if we were to ever experience unchecked inflation over the long term, that would pose a real challenge to our economy.
In Washington, Isabel Rosales.
The federal government is now formally accusing China of hacking Microsoft's email systems earlier this year. The European Union, the UK, NATO, and other world powers joined the U.S. in condemning Beijing for cyber attacks around the world. As part of today's announcement, the Justice Department noted charges against 4 Chinese nationals who the DOJ says worked with the Chinese government to carry out the widespread hacking campaign.
Billionaire Jeff Bezos is ready to blast into space in less than 24 hours from now. He and his crew will launch into space for about a 10-minute flight aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket. Now, if successful, tomorrow's flight will make history as the first unpiloted suborbital flight with a civilian crew. So Jeff's really taken on a lot here. Bezos says he will take flight with his brother Mark, 18-year-old Oliver Damon, also 82-year-old aerospace pioneer Wally Funk. Take a look at those two. They will become the youngest and oldest people to fly in space.
Now I'm going to go up with the best team ever. And we're going to show the world what can be done in space.
Well, the world will be watching, I'm sure, tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh, wow.
Bezos aims to become the second billionaire to ride his own rocket into space, following the successful launch of fellow billionaire and Virgin Galactic founder Richard Branson just last week.
So Bezos's thing is a rocket, and Branson's was kind of like looked like a
balloon
like a
type thing.
No, it was more of an airplane. They actually fly up on an airplane, then they drop this smaller plane, and he flies that up into orbit. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, let's get to the weather, because you missed it last hour. You missed your forecast and a whole lot more.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was. Anyway, our wonderful friend Allison.
We'll let you take it away.
Is engaged.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was such a special weekend in southern Utah. And I'll tell you what, all eyes are on southern Utah right now. That's where we're seeing a lot of thunderstorms. But we also have some storms moving through the Salt Lake Valley right now. So here's a live look from our Tribune camera. You can see some dark clouds out there, 93 degrees here in Salt Lake City. We do have a special weather advisory until 5:30. So for about 10 more minutes, the storm is starting to fall apart a little bit. But what we've been seeing is some wind up to 40 miles per hour. And then the concern is evening drive. Right now we're in the thick of it. Heavy rainfall could lead to reduced visibility and also some ponding on the roadways. So just travel with caution this evening. But across southern Utah, this is where we have a lot going on. So flash flood warning, Zion National Park area, East Fork of the Virgin River through Zion. That goes until 6:15. Further northwest of there, southwestern rural Iron County till 6 p.m. a flash flood warning. And then Cedar City and Enoch, right along I-15 and in the city itself. Cedar Valley, we're seeing flooding. So we have an aerial flood advisory, urban and small stream flooding. And just a reminder, don't drive or ever walk into flooded areas. Bigger picture brings that rain all the way up towards Fillmore, so along I-15. Heaviest rainfall is near Milford currently and further west. Lots of lightning with these storms associated with them. So something to keep in mind, just use extreme caution, not the week to get out into our slot canyons. And so your ratings for the rest of today, probable for Bryce, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and expected for Zion National Park. It's also hot and kind of muggy out there. Temperatures right now in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It depends on where you are. Cedar City was in the 60s this afternoon, actually, but we've warmed up a little bit back to 72. So we've had these storms coming through. They're certainly packing a punch. And your top weather headlines, heavy rainfall, especially in southern and central Utah, flash flood watches and warnings, and we'll want to stay weather aware this week. So our upper moisture forecast will continue with chances for storms the next several afternoons, and we're going to even keep this chance into early next week. So the active weather will be here to stay. And for tomorrow, that chance for thunderstorms here across a lot of the region. So tracking these storms through tonight by about 7, 8 o'clock, we'll continue with these storms moving through even the Wasatch Front up into Idaho. And then overnight hours, a bit of a break. Come tomorrow afternoon, more thunderstorms here across the region. Overnight temps will be about 65 to 75. Highs tomorrow, about 85 to 95. For St. George, you're around 100 degrees next few days. And then as we wrap up the 7-day forecast, a little bit cooler into early next week with 89 by next Monday. For the Wasatch Front, low 90s tomorrow, upper 90s Wednesday, Thursday. And we'll keep those overnight temperatures about 70 degrees here in Salt Lake City.
All right. Thank you, Allison. Still to come, we are just a month out from kids going back to school. We'll break down just how much experts think families are going to spend before kids return to class.
And we are now just a few days away from the return of the Days of 47 Cowboy Games and Rodeo. We'll take you to the special kickoff in Salt Lake City.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
The open road is waiting. Current qualified lessees can sign and drive this 2021 Equinox for around $287 a month, or get interest-free financing for 72 months on most 2021 Equinox models when you purchase and finance with GM Financial.
All the name brand tires you trust and our expert services on alignment, shocks, struts, batteries, brakes, and more will keep your vehicle running as smooth as those new tires. And take advantage of our good to no credit needed financing. Only at your local Big O Tires, the team you trust.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meats.
Seriously injured? Call the law firm that will help you defer your medical bills so you can focus on getting better. Now, your attorney matters. Robert J. DeBryan Associates.
At Smith's, we go over and above to make sure we have the freshest stuff in our stores. That's why we get secret shoppers to do pop inspections.
Secret Asian man, secret Asian man.
We make sure Smith's produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
It's your eye candy. It's your adrenaline rush. It's your turbocharged, adventure-ready, lunch-hour, dirty little secret. The Hyundai Santa Fe. It's your journey. Own it.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on the Santa Fe, or get up to $1,000 in total savings. Only at your Utah Hyundai dealer.
At Big O Tires, you can trust that you're getting a good deal. Now through August 1st, save up to $100 instantly on select in-stock tires. Plus, get $50 by mail-in rebate on purchases of $500 or more on your Big O credit card. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Topping our Money Watch today, stocks take a tumble on Wall Street. All three major American indexes hit pretty hard today. Investors are worried that the spread of the Delta variant of COVID-19 could once again force restrictions that impact business. The Dow lost 726 points, that is 2%, to close at 33,962. The Nasdaq fell 152 points, that is 1%, and the S&P 500 dropped about 1.5%, 69 points. With students returning to the classroom starting next month, experts predict back-to-school spending will reach historic, record-breaking levels.
Wow. According to the annual survey released today by the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights and Analytics, families are expected to spend an all-time high of $37.1 billion just on school supplies. Families with children in elementary through high school plan to spend an average of $848.90 on school items, which is $59 more than last year.
Boat sales continue to boom, with first-time boat buyers helping the jump in sales. The National Marine Manufacturers Association says sales are up over 30% this year. Last year's sales jumped over 9% compared to 2019. Wow, that's quite an industry to get into, huh? The NMMA, that's the Marine whatever association, says 415,000 first-time buyers entered the market last year. Buyers are also younger and 1.5 times more likely to be women. Helping the boat craze is membership in boat clubs that appeals to both older and younger demographic groups.
The Panera Bread Company is looking to change with the times as some people begin returning to the office and some continue to work remote. Panera plans to adapt its catering program to work better with a hybrid working model. The new program will make it easier for companies to cater employee meals no matter where the employee is working from. Panera has more than 2,000 locations, and Utah will soon see its first location. It will be inside Salt Lake City International Airport.
Ahead in our next half hour, Salt Lake City police make an arrest in a cold case homicide. What led up to investigators cracking it?
And after the accidental shooting of a West Jordan teen over the weekend, one Utah lawmaker is renewing his call for gun safety education in Utah high schools. We'll break down what's on his mind next.
Bathfitter makes it easy to remodel your bath or shower. Hi, I'm Bill Booman.
And I'm Rick Booman from Bathfitter. From the free in-home consultation to the installation, we're with you.
Call now and receive up to $450 off or 18 months no interest. It's better with Bathfitter.
This summer, get back out there and join the Natural History Explorer Corps and the race to find 29 natural history markers throughout Utah. Visit nhmu.utah.edu for more information.
Jason, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more?
Cool.
So what are you waiting for? Michaela Maroney to get your Frisbee off the roof?
I'll get it.
Whoa.
Here you go.
Thank you, Michaela.
Dude, get it. I'm not getting it. You get it. You threw it. It's your Frisbee.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Now's a great time to get a dream deal on a certified pre-owned Honda from your Utah Honda dealers. With available 0.99% financing on select certified pre-owned Hondas. Honda Certified, the best pre-owned value in America. And you can shop them all at one place. UtahHondaDealers.com.
Experiences that break us, make us, shape us, build us into something greater than before. It's just as true in 2021 as it was in 1847. Strength is granted to the few who endure. So when we hit the dirt, you best believe we're getting back in the saddle. Welcome to Salt Lake Gritty. Join us for authentic cowboy experiences, award-winning barbecue, live music, and family fun at the Days of 47 Cowboy Games and Rodeo.
Bathfitter makes it easy to remodel your bath or shower. Hi, I'm Bill Booman.
And I'm Rick Booman from Bathfitter. From the free in-home consultation to the installation, we're with you.
Call now and receive up to $450 off or 18 months no interest. It's better with Bathfitter.
Welcome back, everyone. A fundraising account has now been set up for the family of 13-year-old Lance Moorhead, who was accidentally shot and killed by a teenage friend over the weekend on Saturday. Police say the pair snuck out of their homes in West Jordan. They met up in a church parking lot early Saturday morning. In a statement, Lance's father stresses the importance of gun safety, saying it can prevent this kind of tragedy and heartbreak. If you would like to donate to the family, we do have a link to the GoFundMe on our website, fox13now.com.
In the wake of that tragedy, State Representative Rex Shipp is renewing his call for gun safety education in Utah high schools.
Fox 13's Diego Romo spoke with Representative Shipp about his plan to reintroduce a bill next year that would create a gun safety pilot program.
People at age 21, they can go buy a firearm at that age. And so, gosh, if you've not had any training on how to safely handle them, it can be real concerning.
Representative Rex Shipp sponsored House Bill 258 during this year's legislative session. The bill would create a 3-year gun safety education pilot program for Utah high schoolers.
I thought this would be good legislation to just teach safety for those that have some interest in firearms. It would be an elective course and would teach them how to handle firearms and a number of things.
Shipp says the classes would be taught by trained professionals and would utilize plastic replicas in the classroom, with students eventually heading to a firing range to work with real loaded guns.
Certain kids are never going to be interested with firearms. Those that are could choose to take a class and learn to handle them, both handguns, rifles, shotguns. It would be the whole works of all the type of firearms.
House Bill 258 made it through committee and House floor debate, but was shot down in the Senate. Shipp says with last year's record gun sales and incidences like the accidental shooting of a West Jordan teen over the weekend, there is need for some type of gun safety education law.
When people have firearms in their homes, they need to be sure they're safe. They should be locked up in a safe. If they're going to have firearms that are more easily available in case you have an intrusion of some sort, then they need to make sure that their kids know how to safely handle, know where they are, make sure that they're safe.
Shipp acknowledged that the gun safety classes may not be right for all Utah schools, but says he at least wants them to have the option.
I'm planning to bring that back this next session. And maybe this is something that's brought enough attention to the situation that maybe people will be more supportive.
In Salt Lake City, Diego Romo, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Salt Lake City police have now made an arrest in a woman's murder from 3 years ago. Officers have arrested this man, 34-year-old Kiddis Johannes. Take a look. His picture is on your screen right there. He murdered Candace Samples. The 20-year-old was stabbed to death behind the Dollar Tree store near 5th North and 3rd West back in November of 2018. Johannes was taken into custody back then as a person of interest, but was later released. However, newly released court documents show Sample's blood was on Johannes's clothing at the time of the murder, linking him to the crime. We will keep you updated on this case as we learn more.
Now to the push to vaccinate Utah. Just over 13,000 doses of the COVID vaccine have been administered since Friday. More than 6,300 Utahns are now fully vaccinated. Also since Friday, there have been over 1,500 new coronavirus cases confirmed here in Utah. 3 more Utahns lost their lives to the virus, and our 7-day positivity rate is at 13.7%. So 2 clear trends show Utah is in a precarious place with COVID-19. Going in depth, cases are rising and vaccination numbers are stalling.
The latest report released last week shows Utah 44th out of 52 for vaccination rates, 46th for new case rates, and 49th for the rate of hospitalizations. And the COVID we're getting has changed entirely over the last 2 months. On this chart, each column is 1 week of COVID cases tested to determine which variant is present in Utah. You see, on May 15th, the green represents the Alpha variant. That's the one from the UK. It was dominant. But over the next 7 weeks, the Delta variant in orange takes over completely, clearly propelling the surge. But it's not an equal opportunity surge. Uinta County has a staggering case rate of 543 per 100,000. Carbon and Juab counties are above 300. The statewide rate is 203 per 100,000. But even that doesn't say as much as this. The most recent numbers we have are from the 7 days ending July 16th, Friday. 3,822 Utahns tested positive. 3,285 were unvaccinated. The other 537 were fully vaccinated. Translating those numbers into a 14-day rate, you'd have 374 per 100,000 unvaccinated Utahns. Vaccinated Utahns getting COVID at a rate of 74 per 100,000.
Of course, there aren't really 2 Utahs. Unvaccinated people and vaccinated people are all here together, and those unvaccinated folks give the virus what it needs to survive, an opportunity to adapt, potentially to a variant that's better at defeating that vaccine.
Canada will begin letting fully vaccinated U.S. citizens into Canada on August 9th and those from the rest of the world on September 7th. Canadian authorities say the 14-day quarantine requirement will be waived as of August 9th for eligible travelers who are living in the United States and have been fully vaccinated. Now, a date for the U.S. to allow fully vaccinated Canadians to cross the land border isn't yet known.
The days of 47 cowboy games and rodeo back in the saddle this year, kicking off the week-long event with a cattle drive through downtown Salt Lake City this morning.
Can you imagine right in the downtown area,
Yeah.
people seeing this awesome cattle drive? Check this out. The natural cowboy there,
The
right?
governor's just he's got such the pose there.
really
He
does.
clearly is a rider, isn't he? He's
This
just
is
kinda
great.
rolling back and forth with the horse's gait.
Did you catch it, Governor Spencer Cox? I thought that was him again for a moment, but not quite.
No,
huh?
he's off to the right behind the guy with
Yeah,
the rope.
and you may be able to see First Lady Abby Cox as well. They were part of the procession of cowboys and cowgirls. They drove the Texas Longhorn steer from West High School to the Fair Park Rodeo Arena. The games and rodeo were canceled last year because of the pandemic.
This is in our blood. This is who we are. This is about the history and the heritage of our state. And this is the one opportunity we have every year for all of Utah to come together and celebrate this Western heritage that is ours.
We're just thrilled to do this for the community. We really are. You know, we're a nonprofit. We give back to the community for education, and we're pretty excited to be back in the saddle and start that all over again.
The rodeo runs tomorrow night through Saturday night at the Utah State Fair Park.
Still to come, talk about a silver lining after a near tragedy. We'll tell you about a positively Utah friendship born out of a life-saving act by one Utah Highway Patrol trooper.
And coming up, I'm tracking showers and thunderstorms across our state right now, where we have flash flood watches and flash flood warnings coming up.
Brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today. Shop nissanusa.com.
Team USA is ready for the Olympic Games, and so is Erica. She's got the fastest internet with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. So when all of Team USA is going for gold, her Wi-Fi can power it all and more.
I love you.
Can your internet do that?
Cheer on Team USA with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. Or get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Switch today.
Ooh, I like this one. And check it out, we can actually go see it.
That would have come in handy when we bought this.
And that.
And that.
Know what you're getting before you buy with Ford Blue Advantage, where you can shop for used cars online, in person, or both. And you can test drive them. Plus, get the assurance that your Ford dealer is here for you long after you head home. Visit Ford Blue Advantage today.
An 8-year-old South Jordan boy shares a strong bond with a Utah Highway Patrol trooper after a terrifying event 5 years ago now.
Fox 13's Haley Higgins introduces us to a pair of friends who are positively Utah.
Utah Highway Patrol shows off their Murray office to a very, very big fan.
He has a Highway Patrol hat that hangs above his bed and a Highway Patrol badge that he keeps in his little special box.
Coleman Ross's family credits a UHP sergeant for helping save his life after a near drowning.
It's not chance. We don't think it's chance that Sergeant Neff happened to be literally around the corner.
When Coleman was just 3, he was swimming here with his cousins in Centerville. He went underwater. When he came back up, he was blue and unconscious. At the same time, Sergeant Chamberlain Neff was off duty, driving home and listening to the local dispatch. Within 30 seconds, Sergeant Neff was helping bystanders revive Coleman.
It is one of the greatest events that I've ever had, not only in my career, but in my life.
He's completely fine. He shouldn't have been able to be revived, and he was revived. He should have had neurological damage, and he doesn't have neurological damage.
After Coleman was released from Primary Children's Hospital,
He's A-okay, yeah?
yeah, a deep friendship was born.
Coleman's different.
For Halloween, Coleman dressed up as Sergeant Neff. They celebrate birthdays together and are constantly spending time at each other's homes. Coleman calls Sergeant Neff his hero.
Nice and kind to everyone.
What has been such a tragic thing initially has really turned out to be such a great positive experience.
In Centerville, Haley Higgins, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Sweet relationship there. Coleman wants to be a highway patrolman when he grows up so he can save lives too.
If nothing is done to reverse that and to look at the inequities, there'll be no black farmers.
100 years ago, there were more than 1 million black farmers in America. Today, there are fewer than 50,000. How the black farmers who are left are working to keep their family legacies alive.
Coming up in sports, the Utah Warriors start the playoffs this week in L.A. The bench players have been great, earning a distinct nickname. And tomorrow is Game 6 of the NBA Finals. The Bucks can close it out with the win, while the Suns face elimination for the first time this postseason. We'll hear from both teams.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, for $5 a month.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Yee! Classic beef and cheddar hard. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meats.
Sometimes you really want new furniture that expresses your personal style, and you need to shop somewhere with a large selection and plenty of options. That's when you need to come into RC Willey. With a huge selection, it's easy to discover your style and stay within your budget.
This can't be good.
You've got enough to think about maintaining.
Luckily, your Volkswagen is easy. The all-new 2022 Taos has a lower cost of maintenance than its Toyota, Honda, and Subaru competitors. Life's easier in a Volkswagen. Come into your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the all-new 2022 Taos S for just $219 a month.
At Smith's, we go over and above to make sure we have the freshest stuff in our stores. That's why we get secret shoppers to do pop inspections.
Secret Asian man, secret Asian man.
We make sure Smith's produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
So glad that you are joining us for Fox 13 News Live at 5. A lot going on in the weather. Meteorologist Allison Krogan is going to have your first alert forecast in just a few minutes. There is a growing movement to help a community that has slowly been shrinking for decades.
Alexa Liaco found for many black farmers, losing land is like losing legacy.
So this became the promised land. It became a place where they could call their own.
Named for a slave who bought his own freedom, Nicodemus, Kansas was the place where that feeling became a lifestyle.
This provided an opportunity for African Americans that wanted to leave the war-torn South and the Jim Crow South.
They came here to farm thousands of acres, a much greater opportunity compared to the few dozen acres most freed African Americans had in the South.
You know, we had that connotation that farming was equated to slavery, and we were not going to have any parts of that. But farming is equated to home ownership, land ownership, and prestige for your family, that you own something.
Great. Slow down. There you go. Dr. Johnella Holmes's family were founding farmers of Nicodemus.
Good job. I'm a proud fifth-generation descendant.
But she and her family no longer farm the land. In fact, Nicodemus now has no African Americans actively harvesting the land themselves.
Yeah, this is a photograph of my mom and dad right here at the farm, early 90s. This is probably when it was taken.
The farmland owned by black families is leased out to white farmers. Angela Bates's farm is one of them.
Right now, I don't believe there's anybody but a couple of us that actually own land that we're leasing out to others that are farming, because who can afford a combine? Who could afford a John Deere tractor?
Diversity in farming has been shrinking for decades. 100 years ago, there were more than 1 million black farmers. Today, there are fewer than 50,000. High operating costs are part of that decline, but these women say discriminatory loan practices have driven many black farmers out of business.
If nothing is done to reverse that and to look at the inequities, there'll be no black farmers. These are real people and real families that are going to be absolutely devastated by this.
But these women are determined to stop this decline.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Angela runs a restaurant in town to support her dream of keeping her family's land forever.
Where are you guys from?
Colorado and Michigan.
Colorado and Michigan, huh? We have to be stewards of this legacy. We've got to do the best we can to maintain it so that we can pass it on to the next generation.
You did the perfect lines. I do the cutting.
And Johnella is keeping her family legacy alive through education.
I want to make sure that our youth understand that there's pride in being a farmer.
She runs youth camps to show students Nicodemus's history.
Educating so that we can regain.
And through grants, she's bringing in tiny homes to bring farmers back to Nicodemus.
This is just a sign that Nicodemus is going to be here forever.
Planting every seed she can to see this community blossom once again in the years to come.
We need to realize that we're not going to be here forever, and that little dash between the time you're born and the time you die, that's your grand opportunity to do something.
We are people that have a pride and a history that defies what this looks like. Our history is absolutely America's history.
I'm Alexa Liaco reporting.
All right, it is quite a weather day. You know, it's one of those days. We had such a hot weekend, and now we're talking about all of these thunderstorms, Allison.
Yeah, certain parts of the state, Allison.
Monsoon season definitely here in full swing today. So here's what I'm tracking for you right now. Still quite a few thunderstorms from I-70 down into Washington County. As we move further north, we're keeping some rain from Kanash up through Fillmore, and then along the Wasatch Front, Salt Lake and Utah County, we've had a thunderstorm that rolled through. It's really died down as it makes its way towards Antelope Island right now. But I do want to point out Colville up towards Evanston. We do have some thunderstorms right there along I-80 passing through with moderate rain. So road ponding possible with these strongest storms. And then also we do have the possibility of some low visibility as these storms pass through. So something to certainly keep in mind. A flash flood watch, though, for a lot of the state. Now, our Iron County flash flood warning expires at 6. As we look down towards Zion National Park, the East Fork of the Virgin River is a concern. So our flash flood potential through the rest of this evening is expected at Zion, and then it is probable for Bryce Canyonlands in Capitol Reef. Flash flood concerns, slot canyons, normally dry washes, and burn scars typically are top of mind on a day like today. And then with some urban flooding, you'll never want to walk or drive through flooded roads. And then again, if you're in the backcountry, those washes. So stay informed and stay safe. Temperatures where we're seeing some thunderstorms have really cooled down quickly. Look at this, Evanston 65 degrees. Same thing earlier today in Cedar City, made it into the 60s, but the rest of the state right now about 80 to 90 for the Wasatch Front. St. George 97. Cedar City did end up warming back up a few more degrees into the low 70s. Tomorrow here in Salt Lake City, temperatures mid-70s when you first wake up, into the 80s by 10 a.m. and then into the 90s by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Overnight temps about 55 in the mountains, 65 to 75 for most of our valleys, and then highs tomorrow will be about 80 to 95 here across the state. We'll talk about the next couple of days. I am tracking some chances for thunderstorms through the evening hours, especially for the Wasatch Front by about 10 o'clock tonight. That'll die down overnight, and then tomorrow afternoon, more of the same. So we're going to have some more thunderstorms, especially this time 24 hours from now. Same thing Wednesday afternoon and early evening, thunderstorms here across the state. Same thing for Thursday into Friday. So we're going to be tracking more chances for those showers and thunderstorms. St. George, you're about 100 to 105 through Wednesday. After that, you're upper 90s. So it's going to be a hot first half of the 7-day forecast. And then by next Monday, look at that potential for a cool down, 89 degrees. For the Wasatch Front, low 90s tomorrow, 99 for Wednesday. And then we'll have those temperatures in the mid to upper 90s through the rest of the week, into next week a little bit cooler. So stay weather aware the next couple of days. We will continue with mostly nice days, but in the afternoons we'll see those thunderstorms popping up again. So it's a great week to be weather aware.
All right, and now turning to sports. Now, Kelly, do you know what Milwaukee Bucks fans like to say?
No.
Fear the deer.
Oh, okay.
Fear the deer. Yes.
And right now they're on top of the series right now. After
really doing well.
Doing really good in the last 3 games. The Bucks have surprised a lot of people, winning 3 straight games in the finals after the Suns won the first 2. Now the Bucks have a chance to close out the series in Game 6 tomorrow night on their home court. And if they do, they'll be their first NBA championship since 1971. The Suns, on the other hand, have their backs against the wall for the first time all postseason. Both teams understand the importance of winning Game 6 tomorrow night.
It is funny, like, you know, you want to treat it the same as any other game, but at the same time, it is what it is. You know, it's a closeout game in the finals. The other team's just not going to roll over and stop playing. You know, they're gonna fight till the last second, and so, you know, we have to be ready to come out at our best.
Throughout this entire playoff run, this is our first elimination game. You know what I mean? So it's for real. You know what I mean? It's no looking back now. We got to come out, be ready to play, and, you know, it's either win or go home.
Well, the U.S. Olympic men's basketball team flew to Tokyo without Zach LaVine. He was put into the health and safety protocols on Monday, one day after he played with the U.S. team in an exhibition game in Las Vegas. He's the 3rd U.S. player to be affected this past week, along with Bradley Beal and Jeremy Grant. USA Basketball hoping LaVine will be able to join the team in Japan later this week. And we told you earlier about future Utah gymnast and U.S. Olympic alternate Kara Eaker testing positive for COVID-19, ending her hopes of competing in the Olympics. The playoffs begin this week in Major League Rugby. The Utah Warriors are in. They closed out the regular season with a win over the Los Angeles Giltinis last week in Harriman. Now they face the same team on Saturday in the Western Conference Championship at the LA Coliseum. This is just the second time in club history that the Warriors have reached the playoffs. They had the best record they've ever had with 10 wins, 6 losses, and they sit in third in the league. Late comebacks have been the theme for this team, and Warriors center Calvin Whiting credits the fact that these guys play for each other and that the bench has just as much passion as the starters.
We have so many players that would literally die to play this game, and I think it's pretty evident to see, especially we call them the Gorilla Squad, and we call them that for a reason, right? They come in when, crucial times and we need them, and they always execute. And it's been so fun to kind of see that happen, where a lot of teams don't necessarily have that aspect. But I think it also goes towards the coaching as well. They've prepared us for these situations, and we feel as players that we earned this championship shot. And so hopefully we can keep going with it and hopefully bring some silverware back to Utah.
The Giltinis is a strange name. I looked it up. It's a future cocktail in the shape of a martini or something.
Oh, well, they have that. It's a cocktail glass that is their symbol.
Oh,
yeah.
Hopefully the Warriors will spoil that party.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a symbol of celebration.
I guess. I guess.
For whoever gets it.
So, or
Best of luck to everyone.
or what they kind of turned back to after that last loss.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Thanks, Jeff.
We'll be right back.
Some people forget the lessons learned as kids, to stay alert and look both ways. If you've been injured, call Craig Swap & Associates first to help you get every dollar you deserve. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
Thanks, Craig. That's good advice.
1 in 8 Utahns struggle with hunger. Smith's is working to change that with their Zero Hunger, Zero Waste initiative. In addition to raising funds for those who need and coordinating efforts to eliminate food waste, Smith's is teaming up with Fox 13 to recognize local organizations in Utah who share that goal. By honoring a Zero Hunger hero each month, we hope to raise awareness and encourage everyone to join the fight to eliminate hunger and food waste. Because it'll take all of us to get to zero.
For over 50 years, we've been experts at transmissions, brakes, tune-ups, and more. We provide free towing to any of our 10 locations across the Wasatch Front. Right now, receive $250 off our transmission rebuild. We're here to help with our no credit needed financing.
Now's a great time to get a dream deal on a certified pre-owned Honda from your Utah Honda dealers. With available 0.99% financing on select certified pre-owned Hondas. Honda Certified, the best pre-owned value in America. And you can shop them all at one place, UtahHondaDealers.com.
Injured in a wreck? Don't accept a lowball offer from the insurance company. You need an expert who will get you the maximum payout for your injuries. Call Craig Swap & Associates right now. One call, that's all.
Thank you for starting your week with Fox 13.
Hope you can join us back here tonight at 9. See you then.
All new Oz. Could modern medicine have saved Elvis Presley?
Tomorrow at 2 on Fox 13. Fox 13's Haley Higgins, part of Utah's #1 local news team.